So on the 1928 Classic Yacht Euphemia, just installed the radome on the mast and a radar reflector. And we're just gonna have a quick look before I raise the mast. I am concerned about the extra weight on this particular mast, but I've got some proactive solutions to deal with that. It'll be interesting to see if the splice works, because this is a shrouded cable that comes with it. You're recommended to put a shrouded cable to prevent interference all the way along. But I already had power running up the mast for this, and so I've just hooked it on here. I think it's going to be fine. It doesn't have any data running in it because it's a wireless radome, so it's just power. So we'll see. This is my solution for a radar reflector. We'll see how that goes. It's a pretty large radar reflector. And again, it's another thing that's going to put some stress on the mast, particularly because it's high up. So yeah, I think it's time to raise this thing up and talk about what I'm going to do to make it stiffer. And tomorrow, I'll take it out and test it. Okay, so the mast is up. And I'm going to have to do a few more things. Something I didn't mention yet is there is a thin line, a mason line actually, that runs, let me just get up here, runs on the starboard side, starboard spreader. That's for a courtesy flag, so that can be clotheslined down, flag attached, and it's attached to a cleat. I was going to put a second cleat in here. I started to put a second cleat in here, but that's fine. That cleat's working just fine. So in terms of having all that extra weight up there, I was able to lift it up, but it is definitely heavier, and it definitely puts stress on that rather fragile hinge on there, which is this right here. Because as I walk it up, it kind of wobbles a little bit until I get it into place. And then there's a hinge on the other side, and I stick the pin through, and that kind of secures it at least long enough for me to get the shroud and stay on. So I've got two quasi shroud stays, and they are through bolted and have backing plates on them, so they're fine. The rope itself looks like it's strong enough for sure, and there's turnbuckles so I can tweak them. And then back here, same kind of thing. Got a pad eye that's through bolted with a backing plate and a turnbuckle to fine tune it. But and I'm pleased that the radar reflector isn't hitting anything, but we'll see what it does when the wind starts whipping around up there. Yeah, it'll get a little bit of a workout on a windy day for sure. So the steaming light, in terms of the height of the radome, could have probably put a little bit lower, because the steaming light's just above it. But considering the top of the radome is white, it'll reflect, and I think it'll give off enough light. And in a distance, that angle's fine. It's only for up close. And again, up close, you're going to see reflection and everything anyway. So in terms of stiffening it up, I've got to do two things at least. So for this one, because I'm not going to take the mast down except for maintenance, or drop it down again, because the boathouse is definitely high enough, so I don't have to do it every time I come in out of the boathouse. So I'm putting little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch Iroko sticks around the mast. And then I'm using mechanical clamps, stainless steel mechanical clamps, 4 of these, to hold it all in place. And it's not about, like, the shrouds and the stays do most of the work. It's about just getting the wiggle out of it so it doesn't start swinging. And I tried it out. It actually holds it really well, but those mechanical clamps aren't large enough diameter to hold on a full string of the Iroko sticks all around the outside. It doesn't have enough length. I have to get larger diameter clamps, so I'll do that. The next thing is down here, where the base of the mast is secured to the back of the wheelhouse. So these have a little play in them. I need to add another screw, maybe a nice long screw in there. and maybe another one right here. Although I do have to, actually there's no wires, there's a conduit in the inside of this mast, but I've blocked up the conduit here. And as you can tell, I run the wires on the outside of the mast now. The main reason for that is because they just had so much wire. The conduit would have been really tight getting all those wires to that conduit. So if I figure I got one wire going up, I might as well do them all going up there. So there is a plastic tube going up for that, you know, making that conduit. So I guess really I could just screw right into that plastic tube if I wanted to right here. And same on this side. Get another screw in here. Maybe put a bigger screw here. And down at the very bottom, I think we're good. We get through bolted with 4 bolts. A backing plate. There's also a plate on the top here. Maybe I'll snug them up a bit. But I have not had any problems with that moving. The mast is obviously from a different boat at some point. And that's why you've got this mounting point for a pintle for a boom, and I have the boom. It's stored here in the boathouse. But I tried putting it on, and the cleats on here are just screwed in, and I can't secure the boom adequately without updating those cleats, making them through bolted with backing plates. And I decided not to do that. I just took the boom off. So I thought, well, if I'm not using it, I could slide it up and bring it up to here. So I considered that. But to do that, I'd have to take the hinges off and make it kind of a permanent thing. And I didn't want to do that. I want to be able to, within a reasonable amount of time, take this down again and have the hinges there ready to go, so I can bring it down and do maintenance on it without having to step it like you would with a normal mast. So this is, I think it's going to work. I got the safety cord on the radome in case it does come out. I could put mechanical clamps around those mounting points. I haven't decided yet. They're in there with 1 3/4 inch screws, and there's like 12 of them. And so kind of inclined to think it's strong enough, as long as yeah, I don't know. But I could put mechanical clamps around them just to add some extra. If I see them getting loose, I'll definitely do it. And I can always stand up in here and do that pretty quickly. So actually, I think I'll do is I'll just take some clamps for it in case I see it, you know, being a problem. But I don't want them to come really loose and make a mess of the mast and then making more holes and all that. So I definitely keep an eye on that after some rough seas. Go up there and have a look. And yeah, if it loosens up at all, I'll put clamps on them. And the clamps actually, stainless steel clamps actually don't look too bad. When I put 4 of them down here, they look fine. I mean, ideally it'd have brass or something, but it was fine. And so this is the last major project for this boat before it goes on a big trip north. And I'm actually already starting the provision, and that's getting pretty exciting.